And the officer was acquitted and received $48,000 to leave her department. So, this is raw. This is raw. People don't like it, and they remember it, especially during a day like this. Now, I know that there's high crime areas, and I don't know this particular area because I don't live there in Minneapolis, but, sometimes crimes happen in the best of neighborhoods, so to me it doesn't matter. It just seems like sometimes they shoot first and ask questions later. Now, I wasn't there, but there were witnesses there, and the police officers still can't explain why there was no cameras going on in their dash cams or their uniforms, because they have body cams. And there was no body cams in the Funk deal. There was stuff in the store, but they didn't have any body cams. They had dash cams that were on, but they weren't working very, very well. I think body cams should be mandatory for all police officers. But they're just trying to ask questions in Minneapolis today. Here's one. Hold on for a second. We do have that question rolled up. Okay, here we go.
Sadly, we now have Justine, a white woman living in southwest Minneapolis, who simply notified the police about an assault that she was concerned about. She was being a good neighbor.
And the body cam?
I have a body cam. Aren't you supposed to use them? You guys hiding something? What's the deal?
All right, Betsy Hodges, she's the mayor there in Minneapolis, and she's got questions, too.
I have a lot of questions about why the body cameras weren't on.
A lot of questions. This is going to probably go on, but the family is heartbroken. The community is heartbroken. And it upsets people. These are people that you pay taxes to employ, to be on the streets to serve and protect. And somebody ends up calling 911, folks, for help because she's being assaulted, ends up getting shot and killed. The lady who called 911. It's just unbelievable, folks. Just like Neenah, Wisconsin. Call 911. Guy's taken hostage. He tries to run out of the building. Okay, and everybody knew who Michael Funk was on the Neenah Police Department. So small. And they killed this guy in cold blood. I have to contrast it because it's just wrong. There's a breakdown, and they couldn't take any kind of responsibility. It'll be interesting to see. But sometimes the case is the bigger the area, the bigger the outcry. Answers do come. But I say for the people of Neenah, for the injustice there, and it starts at the very top. You have to demand it. And believe me, if I lived up there in Neenah, Wisconsin, I'd have my eyes on them. For anything they would be accounted for just because of the very fact. I'd have my eyes wide open. And I still say this, after over a year later, those medals of valor that they actually shooting the wrong guy, the guy who was wanting just to get out of the motorcycle shop, out of the firepower of Michael Fladoff, the guy who took him hostage, trying to just get out of the motorcycle shop to save his own life. Medals back. They have them proudly displayed in their houses. To me, if I received one of those, I would have given them to Phyllis Funk, the mother of Michael Funk. I would have surrendered those quick. But things like this just perplex me beyond reason. But people don't want to admit, that they were guilty, that they did anything wrong. Especially when there's a cover-up. And there's a smoking gun, we believe, up in Neenah, Wisconsin. And there are smoking guns. Things do happen, and they're not right. They're not. And this just brings it all back for me. So you'll have to It's